Alright, Marvel Rivals players, we got the brand new balance and update for Season 2, so let's go and check them out. This is my first time checking them out too for Season 2. Alright, kicking it right off with Captain America. Looks like we're getting some slight nerfs here. So starting right off, he's getting a reduced base health of 675 going to 650, and then reducing the value of Living Legend, like the shield value, from 400 to 350. So these are just like some micro nerfs. I mean, is the character unplayable? No. Is it just kind of something that you may want to consider if you play the character? Sure, there might be certain matchups or lineups where like that 25 HP matter, but for the most part, I think Captain America's fine. It's just more annoying as a support player when he's constantly diving you. Next up, though, we got Doctor Strange. It says the Supreme Sorceress will see a reduction in his offensive capabilities, limiting his battlefield control. So we got a decrease on the Daggers of Danak. So instead of it doing 18 damage, it's now 16, but remember, you're getting multiple projectiles. And a lot of these games, when they even change like 1 to 2 damage, even though it might not seem that much, a lot of these values add up to 250. Going to 275 sometimes may require like an extra volley with these newer nerfs with this one. They're also reducing the Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic from 1.3 to 1.2. So again, the offensive capabilities of Doctor Strange are a little bit lower. But I'm gonna be honest, I think that what made this character so strong is the ultimate, the portal. Like, those things are absolutely top tier. It's specifically the ultimate where you can burst through a lot of the supports, which makes him very strong. I think he's still going to be pretty good, but it may require another volley, and it may be a little bit inconsistent to try to like burst one character down as often as you could do it. So we'll see if that really changes things up, but I think that that's an okay change. Overall, the character is still playable. They're not like nerfed into the ground, which I think is great. Hulk over here, we have the change where it says increase base movement speed to 650, so he's going to be a little faster. They reduce the cooldown time for Indestructible Guard from 12 to 10. So that's nice. And then a decreased minimum charge time for Incredible Leap from 0.7 to 0.5. So he's going to be able to be a little bit more mobile. So I think that that's what they want to allow him to do. And I think that that's cool. Overall, does it make the character broken or anywhere like more meta? Obviously, yes, these micro buffs slowly sometimes start to add up, and he just kind of sees a lot less play. I want to say most people in general kind of favor having Magneto and Doctor Strange. Groot tends to get banned quite often, but those are kind of like the favorited tanks right now, at least at the higher ranks of the game. As far as Magneto, ooh, okay, this is the character I really like. So they increase the energy cost from the meteor. Ooh, okay. So this is definitely a nerf to the character. I mean, it's like a small, like you might think only 10%, but like the difference between Magneto having his ult when the support pops their ult and not having it is night and day difference between sometimes winning a match. A good Magneto ult absolutely wins the fight because, well, he can stop someone else's ultimate by just, you know, deleting them, or like if it's like a offensive ult like a Star-Lord, because he's been getting a lot more popular recently. This character over here is a great counter to a lot of different things. So overall, I would say this change might be actually kind of a bigger deal than the other ones over here for Magneto. Again, most of the time, supports get their ults a lot more frequent, I would say, than the like DPS or even like the tank ultimates. But nonetheless, a nerf on Magneto. Penny Parker, okay, we're getting increased, receive enhancement to our primary attack damage. Yes, as you guys know, Penny Parker was one of my favorite characters, one of my first characters that I climbed the top 500 with. And so, okay, let's check out what do we have here. So, Cyber Web Cluster now has a chance to crit. Oh! Reduce movement speed penalty while firing Cyber Web Cluster from 40% to 20%. So you're going to be a little bit more mobile. And then they increase the base health. Oh, 100 more HP. That's nice. Now, if you guys know how I play Penny, I always throw the like big little minefield, and then you can throw your little web. That actually does stack. Now, even though it's only 100 more HP, that will give you more leniency towards building up more shields. I think this is good. Now, it doesn't make her like super offensive. I mean, they said primary attack damage efficiency. So because, okay, I'm assuming this is like just her left click, right? I don't know the name of the attack, but if you can headshot with it, this makes her like actually amazing. I am so hyped. I'll have to double check, unless that cyber web cluster is the right click, which is like the thing that like holds him in place for a second. But yeah, I think that this could be huge if it does crit now. Oh my gosh, it's so consistent. Anyways, Penny Parker might be like, I still think she's a really good character, but again, I totally get it. Magneto, Doctor Strange, the Thing, Groot's, oh, like you see Groot's banned in this game. Groot gets banned so often now, but like this is so dang good. If her left click can Headshot. Oh man, I'm locking in Penny Parker for sure. All right, the thing. What's his change here? Decrease embattled leap damage reduction from himself and teammates from 30% to 20%. Okay. Again, certain numbers may match up to the amount that you may need, but overall, I'd still say the character is definitely playable. Thor over here, they increased the base health, so we got 75 more base health, increased base movement speed. Oh, let's go, dude. This is such a good patch for me personally, because you guys know I love the Thor. I've had multiple accounts in the top 1%. I pretty much main Thor for a while, and I would say this character is really good, but let's be honest, Thor is not a tank. He's basically a DPS that has more HP. That's how I see the character. He doesn't really help your team. I know he can like kind of go in with a little hammer with his little like flying thing, and he kind of push something away, but for the most part, he a DPS or duelist. But nonetheless, okay, those are the changes for the tanks. I would say nothing, with the exception of Penny Parker, is like, oh my gosh, this is insane. But I think the Thor change is pretty good for the playstyle if you don't like using the is it like called a Rune Awakening, where he like shoots out the lightning. That ability, while that ability is for a lot of people that's like their favorite thing, I like just animation canceling the whole time with left clicks and right clicks. So this like movement speed is going to be pretty big for me, but I'd still say the character, he doesn't really fulfill like a tank role, right? But nonetheless, I still think this is a great buff. I like these changes overall because I'm going to be honest, I'm biased. I love Penny Parker, Thor, Venom. Those are like my favorite tanks in the game. But as far as like the meta change, will it change? I would still say like, no one's going to be like, dude, Penny Parker, lock in every game. We need to ban it. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the meta is still going to be kind of the same. All right, let's check it out for the Duelist, the damage. So Black Widow, what does she get? Added the new effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing second kick of Edge Dancer after using Electroplasma, the ultimate. That's her buff? Okay, doesn't matter. All right. We're improving his mobility. Okay, so let's see. Reduce the slow effect while charging the bow. Okay, that's good. And then increasing both distances and damage of Hypersonic Arrow. Decrease energy cost for the Hunter's Sight. Oh, to 3,100. Okay, that's interesting. And then they're also making it so the Hunter's Sight, the ultimate, from 37 to 31, and improve the bow draw speed increase from 1.35. So that's only on the ultimate. Does this make the character more viable? You know, honestly, Black Widow and Hawkeye, they said they want to balance this game around fun. Black Widow and Hawkeye are not fun to play against. I'm going to be 100% real with you guys. It's so hard to balance like one-shot characters in games, because if the characters don't one-shot, no one wants to play them, because that's how they're designed. But nonetheless, I don't feel like these characters can ever be really super meta for like, because they said fun, and I always think fun is like casual, right? So if we look at like, I would say silver to platinum is pretty much where majority of players are, even though technically bronze is inflated, because after you do your like up to level 10, right, and then you can play ranked, everyone's just considered bronze 3, so that's why bronze is kind of inflated. But like, these characters are just not fun to play against, right? That's just the reality of, you know, hero shooters and the one-shots, right? I played a lot of Overwatch. People always complain about Hanzo and Black Widow, but if they didn't one-shot, no one would play the character. Hella. Okay, so they're increasing the cooldown time for the Astral Flock. Okay, so nerf over there. Increased the spell field damage of Piercing Knight. Oh, it's like whatever. Decreased the cooldown for Soul Drainer from, was it 12 to 10? Okay, so overall, how do I feel about this? It's like whatever. It's like a small like nerf over here. I mean, this 5 increased damage, I really don't care. Like, what makes hella good is the left click. The rest of stuff, whatever. That's the way I see it personally. Human Torching, more buffs, right? All right, so let's see, what is our boy Human Torch getting? So reduce the attack interval from Fire Cluster. From 0.6 to 0.5, the launch timing of the primary attack projectile has been advanced. Oh, so it's a little bit faster. Okay, increase the cooldown for Flaming Meteor from 12 to 15, but add a new effect. After releasing Flaming Meteor, gain 75 bonus health, which will start to fall off 3 seconds at a later time of 30 per second. Okay, so you get a nice little like 2 buffs over there. Iron Man, they reduced Iron Man's hitbox, and there's a new feature, gain 100 bonus health upon activating Armor Overdrive or Gamma Overdrive that will start to fall off for 5 seconds later at a rate of 30 per second. Okay. Iron Fist, alright. So they reduced the max bonus health gain from recovery from 150 to 100, but the slow fall rate of that health from 25 to 15. Okay. He's gotten a lot less popular for sure after they changed him. Lowered the fixed damage of the Ji Kyung Kyun from 10 to 9, but increase the percentage of the enemy's max health from 1.7 to 2.1, and decrease the cooldown for Kyun lone kicks from 12 to 10. I always felt like he really just needed a follow-up kick. If you have 2 kicks, I think the character would be much better, because then you can get in and you can get out a lot more consistently. That's at least the way that I kind of see the character. Anyways, Mr. Fantastic over here, what are they changing? They're enhancing Reed's ability making some balance to his ultimate. Okay, so they increase the base health for the character. They boost the damage of the stretch punch from 60 to 75. And then from 70 to 80 while in the inflated state. Okay. And then on top of that, the flexible elongation, enemies within range now suffer a slow effect, reducing flex elongation cooldown from 10 to 8, so he's going to have more consistency on that, reducing the elasticity gained from elastic strength passive ability from 30 to 20, while the elasticity provided by stretch punch is increased from 5 to 8 after entering the inflated state. The bonus health provided to self has been reduced from 450 to 400. And the new feature with Mr. Fantastic uses a Brainiac bounce ability. The ultimate immediately gain bonus health equal to that gained when entering the flight state. Okay, so you can kind of pop the ultimate to respond to maybe like kind of survivability, but I don't know if this is gonna make people want to play him. He was popular for the first like week, and then no one played him after, like, cause everyone stopped playing him and Johnny, to be honest. The Moon Knight, they're changing the Crescent Dart projectile speed, so they're making that faster. Moonblade, new effect, you gain 25 bonus health with each enemy hit up to a maximum of 100. 3 seconds after the health stops, increasing it will start to fall off at 20%. Wow, that's insane. I didn't know he was going to get a new ability. Well, it's just basically Leech. He might be kind of a much better duelist now. Speed up Moon Knight's hook pull startup time. That's cool. And then extend the duration of the Hand of Khonshu, which is his ultimate ability, from 35 to 4.5, and increase the number of talents generated using during this period from 14 to 18. Okay. Additionally, the fall speed of the talents have been slightly enhanced, and new damage fall-off mechanic for the spell field has been added, beginning at 1.5 meters from the center and reaching a maximum reduction at 70% at 5 meters. So maybe a little bit more consistency, and you get more. I remember like people started playing him a lot because it was bugged, and I was like, wow, Moon Knight is pretty good because he always charged his ult really fast, but then he'd also turbo feed the support ultimates. That was kind of his double-edged sword over there. Next up with Scarlet Witch though. We're going to see remove chaos control percentage while increasing the fixed damage. Okay. They're increasing the Chthonian burst projectile damage from 35 to 40 and spell field from 35 to 40. Increase the cooldown of Mystic Projection from 8 to 10 and reduce the phased state time from 2 seconds to 1.5. Ooh, okay. So you lose out on the duration on it. And then they rework the slow effect of reality to start at 1.5 seconds instead of starting immediately, with her linear increase from 35 slow over 3.5. Okay. And then Star-Lord. Ooh, reduce blaster barrage damage from 80 to 75. Okay, that's not really that big a deal. Introducing new damage fall-off mechanics starting off at 4 meters and maxing out at 80% at 8 meters. Okay, so nerf to Star-Lord, but I'd still say he's pretty good. The reason why is like you would always use Magneto, like the bubble, right? And he would just go in and hit his E, and then he'd hit everyone. Really, really good stuff indeed. And I mean, it's a small number, but sometimes it adds up, right? Winter Soldier, they're increasing the cooldown for the Bionic Cook. Okay. And then they reduce the base damage of crack on the ultimate from 100 to 80, but lowering the cooling threshold to 15%. Okay. Lowering that's like a double nerf, right? Okay. Well, I still think the character is still playable, and the character wasn't really good because the hook. It was because he didn't even need to hit the character. The hitbox is insane. I still say Winter Soldier is good, but these are definitely like sizable nerfs if you're double nerfing him. Not only here's like whatever. It's like 50-50 because again, while that is great for securing kills, that's not why he is really, really strong and banned in most games, right? But on top of that, the ultimate is a pretty big change. Wolverine, okay, increasing the rage gain from Savage Claws from 7 to 10, while rage gain from Berserk Claw has been decreased from 7 to 5. Reduced ranged gain from Feral Leap from 20 to 10, and his Vicious Rampage from 20 to 15. However, his rage gain from taking damage has been increased from 3 to 5. Reduce the time an enemy's knocked down after impact from Last Stand from 1 second to 0.75. Okay. So I'm curious to see if this like kind of destroys the character, but I still think that he's still going to be pretty good. And so like I've noticed with Marvel Rivals with their balance, it doesn't like nerf the character super hard. He still seems like he is kind of playable. Next up, we have Adam Warlock. So increase the cooldown for Soul Bond from 30 to 40. Ooh, that's a pretty rough one. The ultimate ability now restores 30% of Fallen's maximum HP instead of 100 health. So that's going to be, I guess, better for the tanks. I would say I was surprised that he's getting a nerf. It's only at the highest rank where usually you'll see the Adam. It's Adam, Mantis, and Star-Lord. That specific combo actually has one of the highest win rates in the game, so potentially that's why. But I would not have believed you if you told me he was getting nerfed. So this is technically like a buff here, but the other one is a nerf, obviously. The cooldown, that's a really long cooldown, but it's a good ability if you know how to use it. Again, it's character, like, they just pop it off of cooldown on, like, lower ranks, and, like, you got to be able to know what abilities you need to basically not, you know, have your team take. Anyways, after activating the ultimate for Cloak and Dagger, the duration of the first 3 healing zones will no longer be calculated separately. Instead, they will remain active until the duration of the final healing zone end, at which point all will be removed together. Oh, okay. So that's going to be interesting. So that basically means her ultimate kind of has longer duration, in a sense. I would say that's overall just a buff. They're decreasing the value of the Shield Guardian to 250. She's one of the best supports in the game, especially at high level. That ultimate is so dang powerful. And then Loki over here, they increase the regeneration domain cooldown from 25 to 30. Okay, so it's a nerf. Great. I like seeing that for sure. As someone that doesn't really like to play against Loki, because I love Psylocke, but that character, yeah, it kind of ruins it, especially that. Anyways, Mantis, they reduce the base. Oh, Mantis nerfs. The effect of Healing Flower and Allied Inspiration can be stacked. Oh, you can stack them. Ooh. Wow, that's actually pretty interesting. Wait, hold on. Does this mean I can... Wait, is it like stacking the duration or the effect of it? As far as I'm reading it, I don't know if that means just you can make it last way longer, or if that means the effect. I'm assuming it means the duration, because otherwise you could like damage boost, you know, like Black Widow, like, I don't know, 5 times and then you one-shot all the tanks or something. I don't know. We'll have to test it out, and I'll test that out for you guys ASAP. 4, Rocket Raccoon over here. Oh, do we have new team-ups too? Let's go ahead and check out Rocket's ability. So, decrease the healing area for repair mode spheres from 70 to 50. That's a pretty big change. But a new effect of a one-time healing of 55 allies hit. Oh, so it's like a burst, and then you get projectile speed reduction over here. Extend the cooldown from jetpack from 6 to 10. Reduce the dash distance. Oh, so nerfs as well. And then the amplifier over here, right? The ultimate, the damage boost from 40 to 25, but add a new effect. During the ability's duration, linked allies receive an additional 100 bonus health per second, capping at 150 after breaking the link. This bonus starts to fall off after 1 second at a rate of 75 per. Additionally, increase the energy cost from 37 to 4,000. Alright guys, I just want to go over like the major patch notes because the others are going to be separate and we don't have like gameplay to see how the interaction works, so I'm going to save that for a separate part. But what do you guys think of these patch notes? Are there any characters that really stick out to you as like, wow, I want to lock in and play these characters now with these buffs? Or are there any characters that you guys main and you're like, dude, I don't want to play this character anymore? Overall, I think that these are kind of micro changes. The only exception that I see, though, to be honest, as someone that does main Penny, if her left click can then now headshot and we have 20% less penalty, I would say that that character got the biggest buff out of all of them. But again, you guys can let me know how you feel about them. But I'm really excited about this patch because you guys know, like I said, I love Penny Parker. She's probably my favorite character in the game. But I'm telling you, at the higher ranks, a lot of people are like, yo, Penny, can we get a Magneto? Can we get a Doctor Strange? Can we get a Groot? Like, I get it. But anyways, that's going to be the patch notes for Season 2. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new here, hit subscribe, turn the bell. If you guys want to see brand new gameplay of new things coming out very soon, I'm going to be able to drop gameplay of some stuff early for you guys. Anyways, take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.